Yo, what's going on? What's happening? Oftentimes I hear this from the melanin recessive people. They'll say that they didn't vote for this. And what they mean by them saying they didn't vote for this is just everything that's going on with Mr. Orange Man and his administration. You know what I'm saying? And like, yo, to be honest with you, I understand it. I understand that you want to form some type of allegiance or alliance with, black folks, because you know that we can get things done when we get out there and start protesting and all the rest of that stuff. But it's a little too late for that. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, one thing that I know about melanin recessive people is you can't trust them. You just can't. And that at the end of the day, their backs are against the wall, up against the wall. And this is the reason why they're responding the way that they're, you know what I'm saying, or acting the way that they're acting. Straight up, they're trying to save face. They're trying to do whatever it takes in order to get out of the predicaments that they're in. You know what I'm saying? And it's not no, oh, we told you so moment. None of that. It's just, it is what it is. Straight up. You know, it was cool when you put us black folks up as the poster child of welfare. It was cool. Oftentimes you would hear melanin recessive men and women talking about how black people are brutalizing the welfare system and all the rest of that stuff. And they just buying cakes and snacks and cookies and all the rest of that, sodas with EBT. It was cool when you were talking about how Shaquita got 8 children and she got $4,000 worth of welfare, worth of EBT. And how hard you work and how you pay your taxes. You don't want your taxes going towards Shaquita and her eating habits. It was cool then. But then when you heard that as of November the 1st, the SNAP program pretty much won't exist, that's when the SHIT hit the fan. Straight up. And you want to know why it hit the fan? Because we already know the statistics. Just about every black person knows this, that the majority of people that are on some type of government assistance don't look like me. They look like you, melanin recessive man and woman. So now after November the 1st, I get to sit back with my hands folded, arms folded, and watch and see just how many of you all show up at the food banks. Because you can't hide or conceal. Hunger. That's real talk. I don't feel sorry for your farmers, your cattle ranchers, and all the rest of those people that's in the Midwest, and you know what I'm saying, these places where black people don't even exist. Like Oregon, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming. I don't feel sorry for none of these people, none of these folks that's losing their farm, that's losing their ranch. I don't feel sorry for none of them. Just know that your ignorance, that your racism is what puts you in the bind that you're in right now. So as we say in the black community, deal with it. Eat that. I just want to know, like, how good is racism going to taste when that's all you got on your plate? It's real talk. Because, see, the thing of it is, this is something new. It's like a brand new toy. Well, not really a brand new toy, because you're excited for that toy and you like to play with it. It's not like that. Let me take that back. This is something new to melanin recessive men and women. You're not used to the struggle like black folks are. Real talk. You're not used to not getting things your way. Join the club. We're used to it. So it's not going to affect us like it's going to affect you all. One thing I can say about my race, we hustlers. We're going to figure out something. Our children ain't going to go without eating. But see, the thing of it is what happens with white supremacy and white privilege, you all have had cushions. You know what I'm saying? You never had to land on that concrete floor. Bow! You've had cushions. You've had help all your life. Straight up. Whether it was through your family or government assistance. And it spoiled you. Spoiled you to the point where you actually thought things were going to be all right when you went down to the voting box, put in your ballot, and checked all Republican. Like as if they were going to do something for you. I heard this melanin recessive woman say this shit, and this shit bugged me out. She said it's crazy. She said she doesn't have a problem with Donald Trump building a ballroom. That we need a ballroom. And it'll be this and that. And so let me let you know this. You'll never have the opportunity to see in the inside of that fucking ballroom. Because see what blacks been trying to tell you all. Slow motherfuckers. That this racism thing, yeah, it's been around. But I'm going to tell you something we've been trying to tell you something that's really greater than racism. It's called classism. And if you're not in the in crowd, and which you're not, you don't get to be part of that group that's over there. In other words, you just like a nigga. You just like us. And you gonna see, if you haven't already saw it, just how the people that you vote for, you voted in, just how they gonna treat you. Straight up. Because I don't want to hear that bullshit. I was tricked, I was deceived, and blah, 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 blah. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Because you didn't want to hear none of my excuses, none of our excuses. When we were trying to tell you all how corrupt the government is and this and that and so forth, you want to hear none of that shit. Straight up. Black people you late to the party. That's real talk. Black people been talking about the government and how they're treating us and how they treat overall all of us for the longest. Hell, I even took my black ass out there when I was younger. Talking about how we're being treated. Not just black folks, but all of us. I didn't see not one Not one motherfucker out there that was sensitive to the sun or the light. Didn't see one. Not even on a rainy or a day that snowed, where for you all that's melanin recessive, that'd be all right because the sun ain't out. I can understand when it's in the summertime and it's 90-something plus degrees outside and the UV rays is boom hitting the earth. I can understand that. But I'm talking about days where it was 40, 50 degrees outside. The sun wasn't out. It was raining. You know what I'm saying? It was snowing. Didn't see you all out there. I'm talking about before the woke shit. Before you all caught on to that shit, changed the conscious community. Y'all culturally appropriated our shit. Prior to you all becoming woke, there was a conscious community. And you know what you said, that you know what you called us? You called us conspiracy theorists. And that we were teaching nothing but black liberation theology. I'm telling you, this is my word. That's it. We didn't know what we were talking about. So I don't feel sorry for you. I don't. You got what you asked for. Real talk. You got what you asked for. You sat there and said, you still saying it. I didn't vote for this. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Definitely. Seriously. See, listen, let me tell you something. Maybe I watch too many movies, you know what I'm saying? Or look at too much TV shows and shit like that. But listen, last time I looked at a movie and I heard the Southerners and the Midwesterners call New Yorkers city slickers. Straight up. That all the New Yorkers that come down here, let me say it in a real country way. They come down here, they're trying to change things, our traditions and all the rest of that. See, you know, we all about family and da 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 da. What happened to that state of mind when you voted for the orange man? Because that man is from New York. He's definitely a city slicker. Con man and the likes. Negative things, that is. And you voted for him. You want to know why? Because your racism controlled your voice, your vote. He promised that he was going to get the brown people out. And I'm more than sure after he got the brown people out, in your mind, you were like, the niggas are next. So this whole SNAP program and EBT and all of that stuff, that melanin recessive people are raving over, saying, yeah, man, cut them benefits. Let them niggas starve. We gonna see who's gonna be starving November the 1st and after. Because y'all done fucked around and told on yourself. I'm gonna be sitting here just like this on YouTube, waiting to see you at the food bank. Straight up, because somebody lying. Like I said before, you can't hide from the facts. The majority of people that's on government assistance lack pigmentation, melanin. You want to talk about black on black crime? You want to talk about black fatigue? What about white? Straight up. Because whether it be the White House and its administration or over there in Capitol Hill with the House of Representatives, senators, or rather your congressmen and congresswomen, the vast majority of them are melanin recessive. So whatever the fuck you going through, stop blaming it on the niggas. Because we ain't sitting up in Capitol Hill or in the White House. We're not. You made sure that. You made sure that Kamala wasn't going to be the next president of the United States. You made sure of that. You were so confident in your vote. Straight up. You truly thought that this man was really gonna stick it to the brown and black people. Real shit. To the point where you voted in a fucking felon. And even printed up shirts that said, no lie, I seen it when I was in Charlotte. Y'all had the Republican Party or something that was in the Bojangles Coliseum. And on the outside, y'all was selling shirts. And on the shirt, it said, I'm voting for a felon. You got what you deserve. That's real shit. Miss me with that shit. That bullshit about something. I didn't vote for this. You did. Yo, this video gonna be mad short. I ain't gonna waste my time on you all. Straight up. But you all will waste your time on us. There has to be something that's wrong with you all. Why y'all can't seem to stop talking about black folks? It's like you're obsessed. Straight up. That's probably the next video I'm gonna do. It's gonna be called Black Obsession. And why most melanin recessive people have it. They can't seem to just stop talking about niggas. Real shit. But we gonna see. We gonna see. Black people gonna be all right. We've been through some of the most atrocious shit that you can ever imagine. So we gonna be all right. We built tough. Resilient. We're going to be good. But you all are frail because you're not used to it. And it's a shame what you did. Because what you've done when you voted for this man, you helped put the nail in the coffin. And you may not know what I mean by that. Well, I'm going to explain it to you. You're helping. You're helping. You're assisting. To put an end to white supremacy. That's real shit. Like I said before, and I say it again, black folks gonna make it. But the elderly, the little children, the melanin recessive ones, what you gonna do? The families that don't know nothing about no fucking hustling, what you gonna do? When the food banks run out of food, and you no longer have the assistance that you normally would have, what you gonna do? I tell you what. Cut that big old pie called racism and eat that and tell me how that tastes. My name is Langston 2092.